If you guys have been following me on Twitter, you would have noticed that I've been posting some videos on how to edit on your Galaxy device. Now, I've got a Galaxy Note 10 Plus. You can do this on your S10 Plus. You can do this on your S10. You can do this on your Note. It's available to pretty much every single Samsung Galaxy device. I think it's from the Note 9 onwards. I stand corrected. If there's anything, it'll be in the comments or in the description. I'm extraordinarily impressed. Now, when I was in the UK working with Casper and Josh, I used to edit and produce their videos at their apartment, and I used to take the bus into work. They are big channels, right? Casper Lee's got like over 7 million subscribers. Josh has just hit like 1 million subscribers. And when I was traveling on the bus, I had about an hour, 50 minutes to work on some of my own content for my own channel. And I used to edit videos with a mobile device, and I used to do thumbnails on a mobile device. They were very rudimentary compared to what you're capable of doing now on the Note 10 Plus and with some of the software that's available for it. So let me show you, let me get into this, let me get into the nitty-gritty so that you guys are better equipped to using your mobile device to become a full-on content creator. And I mean this. I think this is one of the most exciting epiphanies for me. You can now use your mobile device and film with it with 3 different lenses. I've done a video on that, you guys, I'll include that in the cards in the top right-hand corner of this video. 3 different lenses, shoot a beautiful, up to 4K, I'm shooting this in 4K on the S10 Plus, 4K video, and edit it on your mobile device and upload it to YouTube. It's wild. This is like, we're living in the future. We're living in the future. So, and even design your thumbnail, but I'll do that in another video. So you're gonna have to wait for that one. The only difference that I'm doing here is I'm using a lapel mic directly into the smartphone. That's the only non-kit that I'm using. And you can get different microphones. It supports for different use cases, condenser microphones, lapel mics. Anyway, I'm using a lapel mic because I'm gonna be looking down a lot on my device. And I want to show you what I'm currently doing. So let me make some space on the screen over here. I am going to open up Premiere Rush. Now, Premiere Rush is Adobe's mobile editing software. It's extraordinarily powerful. They have taken mobile editing to a completely another level with this. It's multi-layered, it's got audio tracks. If you were there at the S10 launch, or if you watched the S10 launch, you would have seen they were on stage talking about a partnership that they were having with Samsung. If you download the app, by the way, from the Galaxy store, you get it for $7.99 a month as opposed to $9.99 a month, which is very cool. It really does help with content creation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a brand new project. I'm gonna add media. I'm gonna go through to some videos. Let's go through some videos. You can add photos as well, by the way, but I'm just adding some videos. Something that we shot the other day was this one. So let me just go Galaxy edit. Okay, and then I have to add some footage. So let me add that. Just adding a whole bunch of stuff that we filmed with the phone, with the different cameras. And let me just add them all. Just look how many clips I'm able to put in. Let me just add, that's a lot of clips. Let me just add the 22 clips. So adding things to your bin, like on a traditional editor, is as easy as just selecting the videos, and then Adobe will then import them and prepare them. One of the benefits of having a Note device is the fact that it comes with the S Pen. And the S Pen is probably one of my favorite things for editing video because it's pretty much like the same as a mouse. The S Pen is great because it kind of acts like a mouse on a mobile device. Traditionally, like with other mobile phones that you use to edit with, you'd need your fingers, and it's possible you can do that really well and effectively with the S10, but having the stylus means you can do things a lot faster. Scrubbing through my timeline, as you can see, is like super quick and easy. That's all the footage that I've dumped in, and you can kind of see it in real time. If I play it, without looking at anything over here that's distracting me, that's not number one. There we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna essentially just make a montage of some of the stuff that I've dumped into the timeline. You can zoom in and out by pinching out, so you can get quite granular with a particular clip, or you can pinch in to basically zoom out, which you can see more of the timeline with. At the bottom of the screen, you can see there's a whole bunch of stuff over here. This is your bin. This is where all your project assets are. So if you've added any form of images or video or audio, it's all up in there. This is your multi-track button. This multi-track button, it opens up all the different tracks that you can have on the timeline, because this is the big deal with the Premiere Rush, is the fact that you can add different tracks on top of one another and layer them and stack them. And of course, course audio as well. And then this next one is your aspect ratio. So you can either have it portrait, square, or landscape if you're uploading to Instagram, if you want it square, if you're uploading to Instagram stories, if you want it portrait, or if you wanted landscape, if you're uploading to YouTube. Then if you scroll to the side over here, you can see there's titles, transitions, color grading, speed ramping, if you want to speed ramp, audio, and transform. And we'll get into all of those. And then at the end, you can see you can delete a clip, you can basically cut a clip, slice it, or duplicate a clip. On the far right, you can see there's like like an arrow select button, and then obviously a tray to drop down the audio. So you can manage the audio settings. Not only have they thought about video editing, they've also included ways that you can edit audio, which is bonkers. I'm really excited about this. You have no idea how many problems this has solved for me with the kind of work that I've done on the road, and just in impressing clients in general. Being able to go to a shoot or like an event as an influencer and being able to cut that footage right there while there's a presentation going on and uploading it. Everyone goes like, how did they do that? And it's like, it's with a phone, man. Anyway, so you can see it's already auto detected what is music, what is speech. This is auto detected. This is like Foley. It's obviously the sounds of the restaurant going off. But because I'm going to be doing a montage, I'm going to mute these tracks by pressing the mute button on the timeline like that. And then there'll be no audio over here. Now I want to add music. There are a lot of different services that you can use. I use one called Epidemic Music, and I'm actually going to show you how we do that or Epidemic Sound. A lot of content creators use Epidemic Sound. It's often linked to different MCNs if you've got an MCN, or it's relatively inexpensive to have royalty-free music in your videos. And because it's prolific, and I had a lot of clients who used Epidemic Sound when I was using other devices that didn't have a file system, it was extremely frustrating to drop any kind of music into an edit because you couldn't download a song and upload it to your video, which is really tough. Let me just quickly have a look and choose a song. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so let's get that one. So I'm simply just downloading it to the file system. As you can see, it's gonna take some time. Once it's downloaded, open up Rush again, go to your project, and then go to the big plus sign on the left. That is going to open up, you can see, you can either capture directly into Rush if you want to just film something super quick. You can pick up a title, or you can add media, or you can do a voiceover, which is also super nifty. So I'm gonna add media. I'm gonna leave the videos folder and then go to audio. Let's go to songs. It's already picked it up, so I'm actually literally just gonna select it and add it. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of music, and it's as simple as that. Like, I can't stress to you how difficult this has been with other mobile devices to add audio to it. So now we've got an audio track into the mix. Now, basically, I'm gonna be doing a montage of these clips. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to slide over to the, as you can see, to the right, and I can cut where I want to cut. So I'm not going to be too precious with this for the sake of time. A thing to do, because it's a different kind of timeline editor to Premiere Traditional, and it's more like the Rush version. Everything cuts along the timeline with it, so it will basically snap back and forth, which is very handy when you're working on mobile. But when you're editing with the montage, it can be a little bit challenging. But luckily, they've got the lock on the side. Make sure you click that lock. We're gonna cut that, and then I'm gonna cut this as well. You just using the pen. I'm gonna highlight what I want deleted. Delete that, and you can see it just snaps across. So there, that's a good place to cut. If you want to rearrange the clips, what you can do is you can literally just drag, because it snaps like that, you can just hold your S Pen down or your finger down for a little bit, and it'll snap into place. So if you don't want to cut a clip, you actually want to actually scroll and cut it off. Make sure that you've selected off the arrow, and you can see these bars get a little bit thicker on the sides, and you can literally just hold your stylus or your finger down and just basically drag to how long you want the clip to be. So I want this shorter, just pinch out to get closer. That's kind of where I want it. Simple as that, look at that. It is wild that you can do this on a phone. So I'm just gonna shuffle these back down a little bit. So I'm just gonna shorten all of these clips for us quick, for the sake of time. While I'm shortening these clips, I just wanna show you guys something. You can do multi-track editing. So you can see at the top where my cursor is, there's other tracks above it. So you hold and you just drag at the top and it will snap the bottom timeline. You can see the snapped, but it does mean that I can add that over. Remember, you got to mute that track again if you want to. So you get the idea, right? It's super easy to do that. Now let's have a look at some of the other features that you can do. First up, there's transitions. I will do the titles last because they're pretty impressive. There's a handful of transitions that you can use. If you highlight the clip like at the top here, I've just done a cross dissolve on the top one. There's also, if I highlight this one, it will highlight where the cursor is, by the way. If you dip to white, it will fade to white. But remember, this is underneath, so it's fading to white. There we go, underneath. So again, and dip to black and so on, or if you want none, if you just want to cut it. You can also choose the duration of the transition. So the longer the duration, it's such a wild program. Watch this fade to white. Just takes a little bit longer. Cool. Maybe over time they're gonna add more presets because I think that's really powerful, but it's super cool. Then you get color. Now, this is extremely powerful. So there are a couple of different grades, built-in presets that you can have. So you can add like gold, matrix, night, if you want to make it look like it's night, if you're doing some skits. This Fuji one's really cool. There's a whole bunch of them, right? So this cinematic one, I'm gonna add this one. You can add the intensity like you can on Instagram. You can add the exposure. You can change the contrast of the clip. You can push up the shadows. Remember, the cameras are shooting really high dynamic range. So you should be able to look at that. That already looks great. You can change the tint, the temperature, the vibrance. I like to pump the vibrance up a bit. Sharpening, if you want to sharpen it a bit, and even your vignette. So we've done like a basic one, and this is the crazy thing. We've edited this clip, right? We maybe shot them all on location. I can then create a preset by going to the options menu on the side. Create a preset. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna call this Samsung Galaxy preset. So we've done this for this edit, right? So when you select the clip, you can literally go to, on the side over here, you can go to your presets. There's my Samsung Galaxy preset. So all the shots that I've done in this location, I can apply this presets to. So we are looking at the same grade. It's got the same vignette, it's got the same color grade. It's all happening on my phone. So literally, this is wild. Now that we've done with color, let's play with titles. I know, let's jump a little bit back. I just think this is rad. So there's a whole bunch of pre-selected titles and call outs and a whole bunch of motion graphics that if you don't use After Effects, if you don't use anything like that, this makes it a lot easier to use. So you can even do like comic book captions. You can do modern titles. So I think let's choose this modern title. I want this modern title near the beginning, so cool. I like what's happening here. And it's over, remember, it's going over all the footage because they're multi-track layers. Double click on it. You can change the font. If you've got an Adobe Creative Cloud license, you can change the font to a whole bunch of ones that you can use, or a whole bunch of web fonts. I am going to choose, I like Active Grotesque. I don't know why they call it Active Grotesque. It's just my one. And then the font style, I like it like ultra bold. There we go. I like a thick font. You can change the font size if you want, make it small, in the middle, line spacing, outline, shadow. It's all there. It's all there. Shadow opacity. Look at this. Look at this. All on my phone. This is all filmed, shot on a phone, the ultra wide lens. Banging. We're living in the future. Then the next thing I wanted to show you is speed ramping. So let's apply a color to this one. Let's go to my presets. Let's do so that we've got the colors right for this shot. And I want to drag this down. One of the best ways to do speed ramping is to make sure that if you are shooting with your Galaxy device that you've got it at either a slow-mo setting or a 60 FPS is the setting. I'm not 100% sure what I filmed this with, but the same principles apply. You can change the clip duration, the range speed. So if you want to slow the clip down, you can just slow it down by like half, 50% would be half. Math, guys. Or if you want to speed it up, you can just turn it up to like 500 speed. This is going to look really gross, but you get the gist. Being able to speed ramp means that you can make shots look more dramatic or change the speed of something, hyperlapse something. Here's the speed ramping in and of itself. So you might want to go a second in, and then it slows down Unfortunately, I don't think this video that I'm producing is something people want to watch. But you get the gist, you get the tutorial behind it. There are these markers on either side of the clip as well. If you want a speed ramp, you can move the speed ramp here. So like if I go, there we go. So this one I shot at a higher frame rate, right? This clip over here. So because I shot this at a higher frame rate, it just looks so much more dramatic. In fact, if I add, let's get creative. If I add a color grade to this, my presets, boom, it's gonna look already more dramatic. A little bit of vignette, slow motion. I'm proud of this. So there's speed ramping, and then the last two are equally as impressive in many ways. If you click on audio and you click on a clip, you can choose the clip volume, obviously. You can mute a particular clip, especially if you've got multiple. So I've muted everything on this layer, for instance, right? So let me unmute it, and then let me go to audio type. So you can choose music, other, or voice. So remember, it auto detected voice, it auto detected other, it can auto detect music as well. In fact, I think on this clip over here, there we go. It's chosen music type, music that's detected. And then you can up the volume of this clip. So I would mute that because it's all just sound effects in the background. And you can even auto duck. So auto ducking means that if you are talking in the top layer, so with voice, the music will still be there as a bed. It's called a bed. The audio will still be existent, but it will drop in volume so that you can hear whoever's talking. It's the same as a radio DJ talking over music, and they actually slide a knob down so that when they talk, the music isn't drowning them out. That's called auto ducking, and that's built into Rush. You can even edit audio to a huge degree on here. And then there's also a transform tool. The transform tool, lastly, is this tool that allows you to either rotate a clip or scale in. You can like stretch a clip. You can move a clip's position vertically or horizontally. Vertically, you can rotate it like all the way. So if you've shot something upside down, for instance, like if you're shooting skateboarders and you've got your rig upside down, you can shoot like that. You can even change the opacity. So again, if you've got multiple layers, let's try that. We've changed the opacity of this one. Like, there we go. So if you want to get creative, you can do things like, the opacity of this clip might go over. That looks so cool. Yeah, Frankie's editing this, so he's gonna love this. And Frankie, I'm gonna scale you. So you go to transform. There's also crop settings as well, but let's scale in. And then you can, if you want to, double click on the image and then use your stylus or your finger to drag it in. So we've zoomed in, especially if you're shooting in 4K, you can literally crop in and zoom around that. So yeah, that's flipping amazing. And then also cropping your image. If you wanted to crop top, you can crop top. So you can have half an image over half an image. Let's do that over here. Let's crop this image from the bottom, there we go. So you literally, the world's your oyster creatively. That's really funny. But like, I mean, you know what I'm getting at. Like, there's so much you can do. There's so much creative freedom. It's all happening on your phone. So there we go. So that's a quick 30-second montage. But as you can see, we've got a title. Oh, we haven't even named the title. Let's change what it says. Let's go, I don't know, let's change it to Samsung Edit. See all the different like text options. You got your line spacing again, all that stuff. Very cool, very cool. And then you can even change the color fill of the text as well. Let's cut the music over here. So we've got a quick, 50-second video. I would maybe copy this. So remember the duplicate buttons over here underneath. Let's duplicate it. Let's bring this graphic at the end again. It's got an animation on. So let me zoom up, let me zoom in, and let's shorten this. And then pull this back. Boom. So we've got like a nice ending to the video, and then we can even transition out of it. So you can transition music. So what I'm doing here is I'm got the music and I'm gonna fade it. So I'm gonna use cross dissolve and fade it out. So that's super easy. Just fade it for like a second. So we got a full clip. Let's watch it quick. So now we've got our edit. Obviously, there's a lot of ways we could have improved it. I don't think the music's very appropriate. I chose the music because, you know, we're a bit annoying to hear dubstep all the time, and who's gonna listen to coffee with dubstep? So once you're done, on the top right-hand side of the video, you can add share, and you can choose the quality settings that you'd like to export to, which would be great. Or you can export to different social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Behance. We're just gonna export this straight up and let it render. There we go, and it's done, ready to share. You've got YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Behance, and you can upload directly there, but it's also saved to your camera roll now, so you can edit it again if you'd like, drop it back into the timeline and do some more work on it. Or you might want to, I don't know, upload it to a platform that they do not support. But it's as simple as that, and it was the S Pen just made it so powerful, and we've done that in like half an hour. I'm just looking at the time we recorded for, and it's been like half an hour. How wild is that? Having a video done under an hour on your phone and ready to upload using data, because you can use your mobile data to upload, is an extremely powerful feature. Like this allows content creators to make stuff on the go all the time. And if you are a content creator, it's all happening on your phone. Having all of these cameras ready for you to shoot. In fact, if you guys haven't seen the video yet, check the cards in the top right hand corner of this video. I think it's gonna be over here. That video will help you understand how to cut a narrative together. And once you've got those clips, just dumping them into a piece of software like Adobe Rush and being able to upload it is empowering. It's real, it's true creative freedom to be able to be creative wherever you are. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something or are empowered by what we're creating over here. I'm really excited about the series, and I'm specifically excited about this video because this is a lot of what I really used to do on the road and try to find ways to do, and now Samsung are just allowing you to do it straight up from the device. And if you're second guessing me as to why it's such an important thing, Tom Syndicate, if you guys know Pro Syndicate, he is a really prolific daily vlogger, shot and recorded most of his videos on a mobile device and edited them. And this is just changing the game, making it a lot quicker, faster, easier to upload. Just means that you don't really have an excuse to make it. This is the most complete content creator device that exists. It's got data to upload your videos. It's got cameras to be able to shoot multiple lenses, to be able to shoot multiple, lots of different kinds of quality, including a 4K front-facing lens. I mean, come on. And it's got the ability to edit your footage as if you would be doing it on a computer. I have editing software on that machine behind me. That's great. But if I'm on the road, having a machine like this at home does not matter if I'm flying in a plane or in an Uber, or I'm sitting at a restaurant and I need to get a video out. This is empowering. If you guys want to see the rest of the series, make sure that you check out the playlist. I'm going to put this in a playlist. All the cards in the top right-hand corner of this video, make sure that you click on them and go have a look through all of them. If you want to be the best mobile content creator that you can, I'm doing as much as I can over there. If you've got any questions or anything that you'd like me to make content about and go more in depth with, let me know. Comment below. I'm going to be in the comments for a little bit. If you've got any questions, hit me up. I'll see you guys in another video. Cheers.